132. What the hell kind of phone is this? What is it, a phone number? It's been a week since they last called. It was probably just a fluke. They probably just saw my name on the billboard and decided to give it a shot. I'm not gonna call.
I'm starving!
On the other hand...
We're sorry. The number you are trying to reach does not exist. If you would like to call back, please hang up and try again.
That's what you get for dialing 3 numbers, Mal. Oh, Christ, I know! Do you know any other songs? You've reached the offices of Malcolm Lockwell, the first, last, and only name in internet defense, unless, of course, this is the landlord, in which case Mal is deceased, and we're not even really sure where he's buried.
Hey, sport, you rang?
Shifty voicemail provider, is that you?
Now, is that any way to talk to your employer? You're lucky we liked that last case of yours.
What can I say? I knocked it out of the park.
As if. That was a test, and you just barely passed. This next one's a doozy, though. Hope you like anime, Mal.
Anime? Wait a minute. Who are you people exactly?
Slow the Inquisition there, sport. Just do your job. Who cares who we are?
The Internet Revenue Service, for one. You know, taxes and where's my money coming from? Ooh.
Funny guy. We're nobody. Be a good boy now.
Hang on, And he's gone. Anime, huh? Alright. It's showtime, folks. Oh, hang on. No, I get this now. Yeah, I can make a killer case out of this. Shit, I don't have a permit for that. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, my job here today is not to change your stance on anime, whatever that may be. No amount of flawless argumentation could change whether or not you actually like or dislike something. You can't change what people fundamentally like, so why bother trying again? Why bother trying? No, my job here today is to defend my client who has been unjustly demarcated as shock art. Ah, that fateful phrase, shock value. Makes you feel dirty just saying it. And let me be clear. I'm not denying the validity of some of the claims against my client. He is, after all, very shocking. Gross, in fact. But does that initial horrifying reaction imply that my client has absolutely no artistic merit, as some have claimed? I think not. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not defending my client today so much as I am the value of art itself. So, join me down the creepy rabbit hole as I, Malcolm Lockwell, will be taking defense for me. The problem with this case, as I see it, is not necessarily about my client. Me is simply the most recent scapegoat for that plague upon our dinner conversations, the shock value argument. Now, to give credence to people who use this term, me is truly shocking. I mean, look at this. What even is this? Quick side note, I have never heard a more realistic vomiting sound in all my life. And I worked for a number of years in the Tumblr Claims Court. Cut to something out, cut to something. You've got classic male gaze depictions of women being exploited pretty graphically here, demonic four-eyed elder gods chomping down on dudes' intestines, and a boob gun space rave to close it out. Although, in fairness, the boob gun precedent was set by Mr. Austin Powers in the landmark late 90s case, Jumblies vs. Brit. So yes, this video is shockingly graphic in more ways than one, and naturally that assisted in its meteoric rise to internet infamy. But it's because of this graphicness that people dismiss it. I turn you to the Fine Brothers YouTubers React to Me video to hear some particularly snobbish dismissals of my client. I won't show clips here because I feel that I'm above that, but, well, take a look for yourself. Funny story, actually. I went to the same internet university as the Fine Brothers. Yeah, they majored in internet business and are currently making millions off of filming people watching other people's work, and here I sit, having gone to law school, currently wearing sandwich bags for socks. Life? My point stands. There is an alarmingly large number of people on the internet who believe that adding the term shock value to something completely strips it of its artistic merit. Well, my friends, isn't it exactly the opposite? And cut to an eyeball being sliced in half in 3, 2, right now.
For the uncultured among you,
This is a pretentious episode.
that ghastly visage was from Un Chien Andalou, a film by Louis Buñuel and Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali, of Melty Clock Nightmare photo fame, was the father of what we now call surrealism, a modern art style that aims to destroy the pillars of classicalism that stood before it by being, well, just by being fucking weird, man. Dali and his contemporaries were tired of the art of the past because there's only so much novelty you can glean from paintings and all that.
I'm a lawyer, okay? Not an art historian. So sue me. Oh, wait. No, actually, don't.
The point being, Dali had an agenda with his art. He had something to say, and he realized the best way to say it would be by showing strange, gross, and sometimes disturbing imagery in his art. In this respect, my client is no different. Perhaps the quality of the art has changed, but the point remains the same.
If you want to get your point across, you scream it with shocking art.
Now, am I saying that Me should be considered as culturally important as Un Chien Andalou, or Catcher in the Rye, or the lyrics of rapper Nas, or any of the countless other brilliant works that were at one point in time condemned for being nothing but shock value?
No. Frogger on his best day couldn't make that leap. But like those examples, I don't believe in tossing away my client as completely artistically meritless. To really hammer in that last proverbial nail here, allow me to go a different route with this. If you are gracious enough to admit that a piece of shock art has meaning, that meaning isn't always easy to find.
Maybe the most fun thing about confusing art is that it isn't easy to pin down a meaning exactly. I mean, look at this thing, will you? What is this? What is this thing? A slighted ex-girlfriend? An otaku's wet dream? That same otaku's wet dream come to life and exacting vengeance for being such a poorly drawn stereotype of a girlfriend in a relationship? Lacey, from the fruit shop, who keeps shortchanging me even though she knows I know she's doing it?
I buy 2 apples every morning, Lacey, okay? I know how much change I should be getting.
See, in my litigious opinion, it doesn't matter what this video is trying to say. What matters is that it is using haunting, beautiful imagery to say something, anything. We are constantly assaulted with media that asks nothing of us, so why condemn a piece of art that is provoking such strong reactions from you? Remember, not liking something is not license to dismiss it. Disliking something, just like liking something, is an opinion you formed from that strong reaction it brought from you. Dismissing art that does that is like dismissing your own thoughts and critical faculties. And to do that would be a shame greater than watching me in front of your grandparents in a crowded restaurant attended solely by other people's grandparents.
Me is shocking. Yes. But it is meant to be in order to elicit a very strong reaction from you. Listen, my client is like the angry child on the playground. He screams, he yells, he wants you to pay attention to him. And he doesn't know exactly what he wants to say, but he knows that he wants to communicate something, and it's your job to figure out what that is. He needs you to help him say it. And if you shy away from him, then whatever he was trying to say is just going to be left hanging in the air, forever unaddressed. Whew. Real pretentious episode this time, folks. Hell in a handbasket. I mean, Christ on the cross. Regardless, Internet, this is where I must leave you once more. So, leave your verdict in the comments section below. Does Me deserve to be thrown out along with all other shock art as a placeless, meritless piece of filth that doesn't even belong in our cultural purview? Or does it warrant a second, third, fourth, and maybe even fifth look to try to figure out what it is the artist is trying to tell you? Or is all of this just pretentious BS and it'd be much more fun to keep talking about video games? It's up to you. We'll discuss the verdict, but for now, this case is done. So until the next one comes in, I'm Malcolm Lockwell, the first, last, and only name in internet defense. I'll see you in court.
Lydia, oh Lydia, say have you met Lydia? Lydia the tattooed lady. She has eyes that folks adore so, and a torso even more so. Lydia, oh Lydia, that encyclopedia. Oh Lydia, the queen of tattoo. On her back is the Battle of Waterloo. Beside it the wreck of the Hesperus too. And proudly above waves the red, white, and blue. You can learn a lot from Lydia.